I'm a professional animal communicator, and this weekend I had a conversation with this giant Pacific octopus. Let's dive in. First thing, when I first approached, she didn't really move around very much. She looked a lot more like this as she is right here. But she did ask me, what is it like to be a person? So I can do this thing where I can share senses with an animal. So I can let her feel like what it's like to be me in my body, and she can let me feel like what it's like to be her in her body. So we got to share in that for a minute. She immediately went to what it was like to feel my skin, and she goes, "Oh, this is not good." I said, "What is it?" She goes, "You're covered in cloth. You can't feel anything. How do you relate to the world?" And I said, "Well, I normally relate through eyesight. Humans are a very visual species." And she goes, "Well, I'm visual too, but I interact with my world mostly through touch, and I could not stand to have all this clothing covering my skin. It would block my ability to feel." Now, she really liked attention. She liked to know she was impressing us. And I wasn't sure her eyesight was very good because she should have been able to see us through the glass, but she kept asking me, "Are they impressed? Are they right there? Where are the next people?" And she loved to be near these people right there. Now, I asked her two things. I asked her many things, but one of them was, what are your eating habits like? She told me that there was one time she did get bored of the food, and so she just stopped eating for like a few days, and it freaked her caretakers out. So finally, they did actually get her a kind of treat that she'd never had before, and she started eating again. But she looked back on this memory like it was funny. And then I asked her, do you have enough space? And this octopus right now in this clip right here was frustrated. She said, well, no. But then she thought back, but I don't often move around this much, so it's not like my caretakers see that I need more space. They could see it now if they're around, but I don't think they normally see it. And she also wanted to show me how fast she could swim, but every time she kind of took off, she would hit the edge of her area. I think she grows really fast, so hopefully her caretakers notice and maybe they'll put her in a bigger space. But honestly, she was pretty happy with a lot of pieces of her life. A lot of people think zoo animals are tormented because they're in a cage, but for a lot of zoos, especially the really nice accredited zoos out there, this is not the case. The animals are happy, and I believe she's one of them.